How we doing, lads? Bit of a headache, to be honest. I had some massive issues with overstacking, specifically with this cannon test rig here, unfortunately. But what we're going to do instead, I decided, is actually switch this up and just make this into a scatter-based OSRB for our 384. So what we have here is a standard timings now, 0 to 6.59. We got 450 TNT there, and we should just be able to fire that. It should work. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna come up with a quick and dirty scatter ratio for a 2-sec. So we want, basically, I'm pretty sure the order is we want to be rendering our scatter first, and then we want to be rendering our scatter first. Okay, so I think it's one shot sand first, scatter second, OSRB sand, restack hammer. That's what we're going to go for. So what we'll do is we'll go multi-M1. This is going to be our OSRB sand here. Now normally this is going to be on the exact same timing as your hammer pretty much, just with this ratio that I do want to use. But since we're just going to mimic a piston, I'm just going to render it after the hammer, because if it is off a piston, then it will be fine. So what we'll do here is we'll just T-fire that and just make sure that is indeed all working, and I've got that filled with TNT. There's a lot of noise in the background. My dog's got a squeaker out, and she's making an absolute racket. Anyway, we'll T-fire that again. Okay, that's fine. No, apparently my internet's fine, it's just the bone wasn't working. I don't know why. Okay, cool. I don't know what happened there. Okay, that's great. That's really fun. Oh, what? My bone just vanished. Don't quote that. There we go. Anyway, so we've got our one-shot sand in now. So what we're going to do is we're going to time out our scatter. Now I'm just going to do the scatter off the side. I want the scatter going off, I think it was 1 redstone tick after my hammer. So we're just going to do multi-M10. We're just going to do 10 TNT for the scatter. Won't worry too much about the scatter ratio for now. It does matter a lot when you're doing an unclippable OSRB, but since this is just going to be a quick and dirty OSRB, I won't worry about it here. So I'll T-fire that, and we'll just make sure that the scatter does destroy the sand at the top there. There you go. It's a very quick hybrid. Looks good. So what we'll do from here is we can wire up our OSRB sand. So again, same sort of thing with the scatter here. We're going to have the OSRB hammer 1 tick after the scatter. So we'll make the OSRB sand on the same tick as the scatter, just rendered later. So again, we'll just use redstone repeaters and a comparator here, just so we do get that rendered after. When we do eventually put this all onto a cannon, I will show it in more detail. But what we can do here is we can go multi-M. We want about 8 OSRB sand. It's pretty similar to the scatterless OSRB that I did have. And we'll just see if that works. So what we're looking for here, okay, it looks like my rendering might be off, or it's the fact that I've got TNT in that. So what we'll do is we'll just chuck some gravel in that. What we're basically looking for is after that scatter goes off, we just should have gravel falling down. If not, we might need to play around with the nuke ratio. Okay, there you go. So you can see the gravel get shot down there. Gravel's kept because it is rendered after everything else. So what we'll do now is we'll just rig up our OSRB hammer. So we'll just go 1 redstone tick after our scatter, 1, 2, and then we'll just go 20 odd for that. 20. T-fire, and we'll see if that works. Should be fine. Pretty confident with this ratio, to be honest. There we go. Okay. So you did notice something interesting there, and that's actually stacked a shitload below barrel height. So what I'm going to start messing around with is I'm actually going to start messing around with this scatter ratio here to try and get a bit of upward swing, so we don't get because I'm pretty sure that scatter ratio is shooting everything down just by like the gravel initially when we did shoot it. So I'm just going to start lowering that scatter ratio there until it's sort of giving it a bit of upwards velocity, so we do OSRB at barrel height. So we'll switch that back to 9. I'll try 9. That didn't look as good. Try 8. Again, it's very, very ratio sensitive, so it might take you a bit of time to get your own ratio if you do want to do this. 8 was an upswing. 7. It's also going to depend on the ratio for our OSRB hammering here as well, though. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Sweet. That's basically what you want there, where it does OSRB just 1 block below barrel height. And the neat thing about this scatter-less ratio as well is, in most circumstances, you should be able to put one-shot sand on top. Now, while I say that, in this scenario here, I probably won't be able to add in one-shot sand, or not particularly well at least, because we don't actually have anything to cancel out the swing without a stopper. So I won't worry about that here. This will just be a very, very quick and dirty OSRB ratio. It will work. It'll OSRB 1 below barrel height, but this ratio here will work on complex. So that's quite nice. Quick video. While we're here, I am getting kind of tempted to talk about OSRB. I'll do that actually. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to set this wall to cobblestone here. And basically our goal here now is we're going to try and make this OSRB ratio here. Actually, let's get stupid. Let's get really fucking stupid. I won't make this an unclippable ratio because I think that'd be way too broken. And no one really needs to see that. But I will, since this video is so short, I will just have a little bit of fun here. So now what I'm going to do is, after the OSRB hammer there, I'm going to render some overstack sand. So again, same timing, just rendered after. I might just raise that up a little bit more. Oh no, I'll put it here just so we have some more space to wire it. So we want to do it the same tick, just rendered after. And what we want here is we'll go multi-M. Let's make it overstack like 4 or something. And yep, so we got that rendered after now. So we can just fill that with gravel. Actually, let's fill it with red sand. Let's go back to red sand. And basically what we're going to look for now is we're not going to look for that stacking at all. We're going to try and make that shoot upwards so we can overstack with it. Okay, you actually see it just stack on the top there. If I put a solid block under above that, it should just not work, by the way. I will just make that clear. Because it's really quite difficult to get like an OSRB ratio that doesn't clip in this version. So it should just break the sand stack and not work properly. Yeah. So it will clip. You can get unclippable ratios, but I really don't want to make another one because it took me hours to do my last one. So I'll leave that for you guys. But basically what we'll do here is we'll just start lowering this dispenser here until we get it shooting upwards. There you go, just like that. And now what we can do is we can add in an overstack hammer. So we probably want that maybe 2 or 3 redstone ticks after that sand there. So what we might do is we might just go multi-M10. This is going to look fucking stupid in the thumbnail, but here to make things happen, not to make excuses. So got some hammer there now. So hopefully what should happen is we are using OE queuing, so we do have that pretty close after, and nothing. Okay, great. T5. Not sure why, but my plot doesn't really want to overstack today. Should be fine as well. I don't have a stopper on it, but stoppers shouldn't matter for the time being. Yeah, I'm not 100%. Swing ratios are being super weird on my plot right now. I set physics 1.18.2 just to be sure. Fuck around with this ratio here. Nah, it's not happening again. A bit confused about that actually. What I might do then is I will just strip this whole thing back here, and we will just put a dispenser with just one red sand in there. And I'll put this ratio on screen, and I'll try and find out why my plot just hates to overstack later, I think. So what we'll do is we'll put that on, we're just going to shift. We're going to try and lower this ratio actually. Let's drop it back to 10 and work our way back upwards. So we'll T-fire. That cobblestone isn't breaking, because I do have those blocks there, by the way. 10 didn't work. Let's go with 13. And yeah, we just want to see this just pretty much just OSRB and just stack a barrel height. That's still a little bit low there. You can see it keeps getting lower and lower because it keeps stacking less and less sand. So we should only need a little bit more TNT, so we'll go to 14. So we'll try that again. That looks pretty close there, but you could see that OSRB sand dropping into that sand stack, so we don't have a ratio that swings up right now. So what we'll do is we'll just up it to 15, and our goal is just to make that one-shot sand just sit on the top there, pretty much. That shot it up, we don't really want that, so we'll go to 16. There should be just a sweet spot really. See if that works. That looks close, but no banana. So we'll go to 17. Try 17. Might just end up back at 20 or something, eh? I think it was 20 where it stacked fine. That one didn't work. Go 18. Actually, we'll just go straight to 20. Just see if 20 works. And it should just stack a barrel high then. Oh, there we go. Yep, sweet. So it does OSRB a barrel height. What I will do is just to show you the nice little effects of it. I'm going to remove this bedrock at the very, very top here, and then I'm just going to remove that pillar there. So basically what you should expect to happen now is place near water 50 air. 50, place near 50 water air, that should do it. So we'll just put some water there, and what you should see happen is the second it restacks here, it'll actually push water into, should be this block here. I think there'll be water just there. Should be. Put down block there. But yeah, when it restacks, it'll just push that water into that block. Just make sure it does work, and then that'll sort of just end the video there, to be honest. Yeah, there you go. So you can see it pushes water in instantly. So before it regens, it will form into obsidian. But yeah, there you go. So that's a quick and dirty barrel stack ratio. It will clip. It isn't an unclippable ratio, but it will work on complex because it is using that second scatter. So yeah, apart from that, I'll see you all in the next video, whenever that may be, and yeah, have a good day.